Okay, let me show you a very useful feature of Solidworks. So if you click, if you can redimension something in a sketch, you can of course take in a number, but I found one easy way to do this is to put equal sign and then give it a name, like for example, give it a name like a U2, or you can name it anything, and just put it into the parentheses. Yeah, of course this you could of course you could unlink this or link anything. This just happens when you put in new dimensions. For example, put it there, and I name it U8, maybe U8, and then there's equations. It shows that this thing is equation. So you could actually go to the equations, and here you see all the variable you typed in here, and I can change the value here, but it's not easy. If I have a lot of variables, or then I can actually link this to a file. When the file goes like this, and it could actually work, but well, I guess I have to unlink this, create a new file. We can link all the data to a new file. When I click on link, then in the same folder there's going to be a text file. See that? So this file actually this file stores all the variables we need to actually define those parameters. So if I change anything here, it's gonna change the corresponding value. Well, when we put in U8 there, we don't really have the value, so this is why showing that this is like unavailable, and I can actually, well, it's already there now. So if I save it and then click on OK, hopefully that thing is right. So that error goes away. So it says it can take in the actual value. I can go edit sketch, and then wait. I can actually delete some of the dimensions, and I just make it a free variable. But that's not the key. The key is that if I change the value here, save it, and then go there and save. Control S to save the file, or you could just click on save, and this is gonna redo the work of pulling out the data from the text file. So as you see, we changed the U8, the value of U8 to 1.6, and this changed to 1.6. Or if it's only a global variable that's not linked to file, so maybe I call it U9. There, and of course we just put in a new variable here, but we didn't put it into the file, so it's not linked to file. You can also change it here. For example, I want 1.2 instead of 1.14, and click OK, and then see this thing actually updates, and you could actually use the same variable name, just like calling it. So for example, if I want to dimension this thing, I can put the same variable here, and I click on OK, and you see this is like a U9. It becomes a variable to be called. So this will also, these two will also be will always be equal to the U9, but of course you can delete that. You could delete that dimension or just link it by just delete the equal sign expression, and then either you make a like a free variable, or actually the actually you can it does give you some little freedom here. So that's what happens. But then what's the point of putting all the things onto a notepad like this? So the point of doing that is if you get a lot of variables, and but these numbers don't just come from your mind, but maybe you need those numbers from another software, or from some other calculation. Or maybe these things change, and when these things change, they don't just change by one of them, but they maybe 3 or 5 variables gotta change together, and you really have to think of how to import all the data all at the same time. And sometimes if you change the design a lot, and you change the design a lot of time, then automatically importing parameters is gonna be important. So here, this is the 22-inch plane we just designed, and then I'm showing you since this list of plane is already stored in my my calculation software. So here's the wingspan, here's the sweep angle, this is the root chord length, this is tip chord length, etc. And this is for the main wing, this is for the tail, and this is for the fuselage. I have those data here. I just got to put it into the Solidworks. So instead of drawing it one by one, I can use this little program. So I literally just wrote it today. So I can actually create such parameter file and write it. When I run it, then it gives me. So the input of this program is the parameters of a plane, which is stored here. I just showed you. And the output of this thing is a file that, it's not perfect solution, but stores all the data of a plane, and then this file gets taken by this XY parts. This XY part is, like you see in the equation for this file. These are all linked to the file that is the output of my software. So this means what this means is that if I want to change not just one variable but several variables, for example, if I if I change the desired sweep or desired maybe let's change the desired aspect ratio to 7, and when you change the aspect ratio, you got to consider that the chord length changed, and the wingspan also changed, and the area also changed, and then you maybe you have to shift the wing a little bit to rebalance the plane, so the wing no longer live at the same position. So if I actually run if I actually run this, so here's what the plane looks like now. So it's here, and we can we can run all of the code. you know, of course it's gonna change not, of course it's gonna change not just one variable but several variables, you know, and it's pretty much automatic. So when that finishes running, that parameter in that txt file should have changed, and when I save this file, you know, it's gonna equations. So yeah. Hopefully all the yeah, hopefully all the things get saved. Let's run this. Right, so when I run this, we actually get a new wingspan. See there? And then because we get a new wingspan in the file, when you try to rebuild the model by, well, I just do it by, you know, wait a few moments and then Control S to save, or just click on save the model and see how that model suddenly changed, right? The model, so, you know, wingspan gets longer and then the wing gets narrower and everything gets, well, pretty much a lot of things get changed. So I think this is pretty, you know, this is a pretty convenient things to do. Let me actually change it back, just in case you don't believe me. Then could do this again. So 5.5, save it, run it all. Well, run all. See, it's not a, you know, perfectly fast software, but it solves a lot of problems. So now we rerun the file, and we you know, actually it did take some time for Solidworks to recognize that the things have changed. We pull out the equation and right, that changed back to 681 again, right? So so this is, you know, this is I think pretty convenient, but hopefully it's useful. Right, thanks for watching.